breath work and how you can improve your Wim Hof breath protocols if you're into it. I'm Chris Mills with surfstrengthcoach.com. Follow on YouTube, like on social media, check out the website. If you're a surfer who's into health, fitness, and understands how your fitness supports your surfing, check out my Surf Athlete 12-week program, and it's an app. So now let's improve your Wim Hof breath protocol. Simple tweak to kind of improve your Wim Hof breathing practice if you're coughing. Light elastic band, kind of just a physio TheraBand, basically all you need. So this is just some considerations I've given to the process that basically help to improve breathing pattern. You can look at like any of the breathing disorder downstream effects from like Leon Chaitao or Chaitao, however you pronounce it. Wim Hof stuff is great. There is research that can have an effect upon the nervous system, but we want to focus on efficiency of breath because how we breathe has a huge influence on the nervous system. So Wim Hof, generally people are only focused on altering blood gases and that effect upon the nervous system, whereas we also can incorporate the quality of breath and how that's influencing the nervous system. So to start, give yourself a chair, right? And basically, I want my legs nicely, comfortably supported, as close to kind of 90 degrees as possible. That just helps start to orient the pelvis in a better position. If legs are straight, it can change pelvic positions, and so it changes how the diaphragm's interacting with the pelvic floor. Secondly, if you need to, in this position, have something under your head, like a book. So if you're here, because there's some stiffness through the spine, that's going to make breathing really difficult. So feel free to put a book underneath the head. As you can see, I'm laying down. I think most people, when they're starting to improve their breathing pattern with Wim Hof protocols, lay back. It's easier to breathe efficiently when we're not axially supported or stabilizing in gravity. Here things can relax. So to start with, me and my shorts, let me pull them up. You're going to get into some just YouTube search, DNS 90-90 breathing, supine breathing. And I'm going to start with this for about a minute or so. I'm going to speed through it here, but it's basically getting things oriented appropriately, getting the diaphragm oriented over the pelvic floor so I have good diaphragmatic movement, pec minors relaxing, scalenes are relaxing, so I can start figuring out how to really utilize this diaphragm for breath rather than this hyperventilatory, excitatory breath protocol that's stressing out all these neck muscles. So I'm not going to give a full DNS process here. Google it. Spend about a minute doing that. Then for the Wim Hof protocol, what I want you to do is take this band and wrap it around the lower part of your rib cage and tie it. And I want it to be kind of tensed. This now is going to give me a feeling. I haven't had my coffee yet, so my brain's not kicking in. Proprioceptive feedback. Jesus. What it's doing is giving me a sensation of what I can breathe into. So essentially, as I'm going through that Hof protocol, I'm looking to send my breath down here and then up into the lungs. So it's getting this diaphragmatic 360-degree expansion, this rib cage expansion, to then finally elevate, whereas most people just so again, they're doing all this blood gas exchange from the protocol, but what are they doing with their nervous system with this really altered respiratory pattern, creating more scalene tensions, suboccipital tensions, not necessarily good things. So what it would essentially look like, I also, until people kind of get the hang of it, I prefer to breathe in through my nose, out the mouth. If you need to, breath strips, or I will sometimes even spread the bridge of my nose apart so I can get a better breath in. So this band is giving me something to feel where I need to send that breath, where I can get a diaphragmatic contraction, so a lung inhalation rather than. You can also even use a hand to kind of push down or to squeeze in. And that way I can make sure I'm sending breath posteriorly, laterally, and anteriorly. And you're not actually sending breath there. What you're doing is getting a diaphragmatic contraction, so it's pushing the guts outward, the gut contents, the stomach contents. So it could be I'm actually a little stuffy today. So what you could do is some of the Buteyko breathing nasal decongestion protocols where it's exhalation, hold with exhalation, get into some movement, build up some CO2 so you get the resulting nitric oxide. Breathe that in. Google that stuff if you need to. But I think it's important that people doing the Wim Hof protocol, yes, if you're doing it because it's part of your routine or for the immune system benefits, you can probably make it a little better by focusing on quality of breath and really get that habit going at the same time that you're also drilling the Wim Hof protocols. So give this a go. Hope it helps. Use it. Anything we can kind of do to help ourselves stay healthy and sane and safe. Feel like we're doing something beneficial for ourselves. Stay safe out there in these same times. Let me know if you dig this. And again, just a band wrapped around, breathe efficiently, and then get your Wim Hof buzz on.